Welcome to the Colosseum, the show where we break down the stories, science, and culture shaping health, wellness, and human performance.
Welcome back. This is episode number 6 on the timeline. 6 weeks at it again, man. This is great.
Let's go.
So far, as always, we bring some topics to you. Oura Ring number 5 comes out. Strava implementing strength into their app and interface, expanding their social aspect as well.
Big.
We're going to break down a UC Irvine wearable that seems to be breaking the internet currently.
Mm.
And our study of the week is going to talk about overall health and strength training and physical fitness in general for younger kids. So
Yeah.
we have a lot to get into this week.
Yeah. I'm excited to get into it. Um, dude. Okay. Well, actually, I'm really excited to start the testing for next week for our new um, workout schedule, our new programming,
Yeah.
I
I
guess you
mean,
could
this week
say.
we're getting our baseline.
Right. This week has been kind of getting baselines.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we're kind of doing a combined lactate threshold test, just kind of
Yeah.
seeing where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And then start training to improve those markers from there.
Yeah. I mean, so basically, for context, the whole entire goal after Murph, which was this week, but it was on Monday,
Right.
we decided to shift into because it's kind of something that we both needed.
Hmm.
You more so VO2 max,
Yeah, 100%.
and I wanted to increase my strength, so I decided to do strength. You're just maintaining strength.
Yeah, maintaining strength, increasing VO2 max and anaerobic power.
Yeah, and I'm increasing my strength and working VO2 max, and those systems work hand in hand. So combining those two into a normal workout plan, 8 to 12 weeks. We're actually doing 12 weeks.
Hmm.
It makes a lot of sense. So
Yeah.
you're going to be hitting very similar CNS systems. The only thing that would be different, unless you do like a 4 minutes on, 3 minutes off VO2 max, and then sprinkle in some base training there, which is long endurance aerobic work. But
Right.
yeah, in general, our base workouts for me, it's bench press, it's pull ups and deadlifts, trap bar deadlift,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get the numbers from those, and then for 12 weeks, we'll be able to increase over time. And then our VO2 max testing is a 12-minute run after a warm up, and then a 20-minute bike for me,
Hmm.
FTP test.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be pretty similar for me, minus the bike in terms of the
Mhm.
testing. And then in terms of my focused lifts, I'm really just going to do dips and pull ups because they're fun.
Yeah,
And I'm going to
exactly.
focus on increasing strength in that area.
Yeah.
And then also trap bar deadlift because it's just pretty much a full body
Hmm.
strength test, essentially.
Yeah.
Um, by the way, at the Murph, during the Murph we performed,
Yeah.
um, you crushed it, bro. It
Yeah.
was kind
Yeah.
of insane.
I
So
did. I
your
did
time
pretty
was
good.
what? It was 46 minutes, 45.
45:32.
Yeah, yeah, that was solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
And
comparison,
so
mine was like
we did both runs on the treadmill. And
Right.
okay, so on Instagram there was like this huge swarm of like arguments. Like it's crazy that it turned into it, but
Yeah.
people were saying like if it's unpartitioned or if it's partitioned, it's different. Basically, like you either go through 100 pull-ups at once,
Right.
200, which is just so
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So one of the guys like that I know at work, he talked about this too because I told him about
Yeah.
me doing the Murph, and he was like, "Did you do it partitioned or did you do it like?"
Yeah.
And
It's like really.
he was like, "Yeah, my first time I did it, all the way.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to do it." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Well,
Says who? And so there was another argument on Instagram, and the guy like pulled up the workout, and it says you can use partition reps if you would like. And if you're like new to this stuff, because some people won't understand, but so
mm-hmm,
like okay, you have two options. You can do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats in that order, right? And not
right,
break it up.
hmm,
The only issue is if you are intelligent about training, the main goal is to prevent lactate buildup. Once you
right,
get lactate buildup, you're in trouble. Okay, so you always try to minimize it as much as possible to go and complete the workout at highest intensity possible. The other option you can do is partitioned. You can do, which is the normal way in terms of partitioned, is 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 squats.
Right.
And then you keep repeating that for 20 rounds. Okay. You're still doing movement for 20 rounds for the whole entire time. You still complete all the same amount of reps.
Hmm.
You just break it up because if we're being honest, like if you're not gonna be able to do 100 pull-ups like straight up.
No.
And the thing is like okay, you can do 10 pull-ups and then you're gonna be building lactate. And then if who knows if you decide to go to failure, then you're in big trouble because now your future reps are gonna be impossible pretty much.
Right.
And so like with you, you had a hard time doing pull-ups and it wasn't so much that like you went to failure, but you just haven't done that amount of volume.
Exactly.
But my point is like whenever you went to that point where you started building lactate, how much harder did it get?
Oh, I had to kip. There was no way I could get a full pull up if I
Exactly.
didn't kip.
So then you basically could argue that you're not even doing a rep.
Exactly.
And so that's why you don't do that 100, 200, 300. And that's my point of view on it. Like if you're training smart, you don't the thing is you're going to have to do it partitioned.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about competition, in my opinion, you're doing it the fastest way possible, the most efficient way possible. That's all that matters. And sure, like I understand the whole reason behind Murph, and that's why we did it, and we're like the only two in the gym, because
Yeah.
like you do get that like American spirit. You're doing it for something like bigger than yourself.
Hmm.
Um, but at the end of the day, that doesn't mean like making it a competition is the bad thing to do.
No.
I'm pretty sure you're within the same spirit as making it a competition. I'm pretty sure there's no harm in that.
No.
You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I
Like
don't
I
see
think it
like
would be much
why.
appreciated by the fellow members that you make it a competition and go as hard as you can.
100%. I mean, okay, first of all, like it's not I think you're going to push yourself to a new level obviously if you compete. If it's in
Yeah.
competition with another person, especially
Yeah.
because you're actually like holding yourself up to some type of standard.
Mhm.
Like you're comparing yourself to this other person while you're like, "Well, I don't want to lose this person or like be absolutely demolished by this person." But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see the harm in competition at all.
Yeah, I think the argument's a little silly, but I mean, people will argue about anything.
Yeah,
So
I
the
agree.
point is, if you got the Murph done, awesome.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter the time. If you were in competition with someone else, like Tyler and I were in competition with each other, Tyler got destroyed,
Yeah,
and
by like 10 minutes.
and that was our little win for each
Mhm.
other. Like, okay, cool.
Right,
But obviously, we're doing the Murph for that specific reason on Memorial Day.
right.
Other than that, we both completed the Murph, and it was a great tribute.
Yeah, yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah.
And speaking of competition, we actually had the enhanced games happen. I believe it was last Sunday, and
Yeah.
I was really hyped about it. So I I was really hyped about it, and
Yeah.
I hopped on the live pretty much as soon as prelims started.
Yeah.
And I was kind of watching the prelims, and I was like, man, this really isn't too impressive because
Yeah.
a lot of the participants in the prelims it was all weightlifting,
Hmm.
and they were doing snatches, clean and presses, and all that stuff, and a lot of them were failing their reps. Like they just got too big headed and they put on too much weight,
Yeah.
and they weren't hitting any type of weight. And then some of them were smart and they did lighter weight, but then also the whole point of the enhanced games was, well, these guys are enhanced, so they're going to be breaking records. And we only saw one record broken, which was insane. But basically, to give you a summary of what it is, basically the enhanced games, it's athletes on peptides. Usually it's all been Olympic athletes so far, like retired Olympic athletes who want to get back in the game. And so they're using these PEDs to try to push themselves further than the world records. Um, World records being set by Olympic athletes who are not on PEDs and who actually participate in the Olympics. Um, Now, the world records broken in the enhanced games are not like official because according to WADA, World Aquatics, World Athletics, and the IOC, they're like condemning them. So it's not official, but the whole drive for these athletes to actually break the world record is for them to win the extra
Okay.
$250,000.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if it's not recognized, like, what are you doing it for?
Exactly. I will say these athletes are making a lot of money
Mm,
if they're winning because let's say if you race and you win first, you get 250,000. But then if you also break a world record, they add on top of that another 250,000. And it's like crazy. So you win like
dang.
500,000 just
Yeah.
from doing a quick, like a lot of these were, they're quick races.
Hmm.
So like 200, that's $500,000 for like a 20-second swim.
Wow.
Yeah.
And see, the
It's
thing
pretty
is
insane.
like a lot of these are retired people.
Yeah,
Like they're not in the sport anymore. And if they could get this is life changing money.
exactly.
So they're
Yes.
still gonna go pretty hard.
Yeah. And the deal was, well, I go back to saying like, I watched it and I was a little disappointed because only one world record was even broken, and that was the 50-meter freestyle swim, and he beat it by like 7 seconds. I mean, so the world record for the freestyle swim 50-meter is
By
20.
7 seconds?
Yes,
Dang.
or sorry, not 7 seconds, 7 milliseconds.
Okay, I was about to
My
say
bad,
that's
my bad.
huge.
Yeah, yeah, 7 milliseconds because the previous record, which was set by Cameron Mc, McAvoy from
Okay.
Australia,
Hmm.
was 2088, and then the record set at the enhanced games was 2081.
I see.
Um, and that was set by Kristen. That's a hard last name, bro.
So
But he's a
so
Greek swimmer.
right, so 1.25 million.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Just by doing that, 1.25 million.
right.
Whew.
Yeah. Insane amount of
His
money.
life's changed. Okay, he's enhanced 1.25 million. He's gonna go home enhanced
Hmm.
with 1.25 million. That's
Yeah.
amazing, dude.
Dude, for real.
Like I mean, you can recover faster, your testosterone's high, your libido's high, everything in life is great, and
Right.
you just got 1.25 million.
Hmm.
I get it. I see the vision. Like
Oh, yeah.
if you're in the athlete realm, it's like it's worth it, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And yeah, it was kind of disappointing that only one world record was broken, but
Okay, I will say this though, because Hunter McIntyre actually made a really good point on one of his podcasts.
yeah, yeah.
The tendons is what is like gonna be the issue,
Mm.
because tendons take forever to like I guess grow and
And
strengthen.
develop.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
develop in terms of like under that amount of load.
Mm.
So like you can't just take PEDs and in 6 months you're gonna be able to lift that weight. Like
Yeah.
the body's not able to do it.
Hmm.
And so you may gain muscle size, but like your musculoskeleton and your tendons and all that stuff, like it's gonna take a while for it to harden up to that amount of weight.
Yeah. And so that kind of like brought me to this thought because that's funny. I was actually thinking about this. I was like, yeah, I mean, this stuff takes time to like actually develop.
Yeah.
And so these athletes have apparently they've had an enhanced games already before. I mean, they've been doing this for 2 years. And so these are already Olympic athletes, but they stepped away, but now they're coming back on PEDs. I mean, sure they're Olympic athletes, but I think like if they really want this thing to go the way they want it in terms of them breaking records and seeing how far they can really push human limits, I th- like I don't want to condone it, but if they want it to work, they would have to start like with younger
Oh
people.
man.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Uh
and I was like, yeah, that's the only way it would really work. They'd have to
mm.
start them like young and enhanced in order to get those developments to work in the favor that they want it to.
So
You
what
know,
you're saying is
no.
you want them to ask you to be a part of the enhanced game so that you can be the guinea pig.
Oh,
It seems like you're hinting at that. I know you're a big fan of being optimized.
yeah. $1 million. you
And
know.
you're right, dude.
How
1.25
much
million.
more convincing do you need?
Man.
No, but yeah, I mean, I do think that's the only way it would really work. But
I
you
mean,
know,
I don't know. It may work in the next 5 years, but it'll take time.
mm,
I think like this will start picking up. It's gonna take a lot of time
mhm,
for things to start picking up like that. But
yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be overnight. I mean, you're gonna have to see, like you said. I mean, I don't know if it really plays a factor for like younger people to start to like
mm,
like almost like they can design their champion.
mm.
You know, like that's like some crazy like Hunger Games kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But
look
it's
here.
like we're gonna build you in the lab. You know,
Yeah,
I think if you just gave an athlete, the thing is though, it's like risky because how much are they getting paid without these bonuses and if they beat the record? So it's like if they're not getting paid a lot, then it's actually not even worth sticking around for that long.
right.
So, and
Ye-
also it's not being recognized by the major categories. And so if you're a true competitor, it almost feels empty because then it's like you're only going for money.
Yeah,
And so you're kind of playing that game. Like you're really trying to convince people basically that it's more than the money and it is recognized at a large scale. But unfortunately, with the showing that just happened, you kind of just completely destroyed its integrity in terms of like what it could have been.
hmm,
In my opinion, they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, and it's gonna be another couple years before they get this thing figured out.
yeah. I mean, I do think it's good, like in terms of, they're giving these Olympic athletes like a almost like a second chance or a way to, make money
Hmm.
like that again.
Yeah.
It's a huge opportunity for them. So I can see why it is like
Yeah.
older retired Olympic athletes because I mean it just makes sense,
Yeah.
you know. But one of our favorite unenhanced athletes actually he just set a new PR in his home sim, Hunter McIntyre. He's looking good for Worlds this year. I'm
I'm
really
scared to even
excited.
say because I feel like we did it last time and he didn't do great.
I know that's so true. Um, I think because last year he went against Tiny Tim, and then
He
Tiny
got
Tim ended up
second.
beating him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was tough too because it was that last wall ball. Well, it wasn't even the last wall ball. He had that 15-second penalty, and
Yep.
he had to stand there and watch him cross the finish line. It was
Dude, that's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I would be so mad. Oh my gosh, I'd be so mad. But
Dude, yeah. It's crazy. That was almost a year ago.
yeah,
That's insane,
I
dude.
remember you texted me about it, and I was like laying in bed, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put the live stream up," and then I was just watching it,
Yeah.
dude. It's
See, we've
it's
been doing
actually
this for a
so fun to
year.
watch. Yeah, that's true. Well, actually, we've been following High Rocks since 2023, dude.
No, no, I know that, but I'm saying like we've been like keeping up with the
Oh, yeah.
this world like
That's
for
true.
quite a while.
Yeah,
Like just
it's
peeking
really
in on
fun.
everything. It is. It's just what we're into. So it's like
Yeah.
this show is super easy to do.
Mhm.
It's just like
Yeah.
this is what we do.
Yeah, for real. Obviously, so he set a 45-second PR. So it's just letting us know, he's looking good. He's making some improvements. You know,
5 minutes and 9 second mile per pace
mhm.
per run.
And I think his fastest time was set in Stockholm in 2023 with a time of 53:22. And then this year he actually got pretty close for the first time in a while
Mm-hmm.
at High Rocks Miami
Yeah.
with a time of 53:59, which is exciting. So he's
Yep.
definitely getting into peak shape here.
He's a cool dude. He's a true American. I mean,
Oh
how
yeah.
can you not love him?
Oh yeah, dude. Look at this guy. What do they
Beast.
call him? The bulk pony. It's so funny because that
Hunter
nickname
the
fits him
Sheriff.
fits him so well.
Dude, yeah, like I don't know. He's just a cool dude.
Yeah, for real. But excited to see him for Worlds. Next topic is from 24/7 Represent. Um, so this is Hercules. He's one of
Hercules, bro.
that's brutal.
That's hilarious though. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We keep
Hercules.
that.
Oh, that's
next up,
good.
next up, Hercules.
Oh my gosh, bro. Dude, that's like the coolest name
Hercules.
ever, and he just got called Hercules. Like his real name is
Uh,
Hercules, and it's
yo,
so funny, dude.
yo, Hercules, I'm sorry.
That's crazy, dude. Imagine like you're born with a name, and then they give you Hercules,
By the way,
and
sweet name though.
someone comes along and calls you Hercules,
Ah,
and you're like, bro, I was not expecting my name to be mispronounced. It's Hercules, the greatest name of all time.
That's
Oh,
awesome,
so
bro.
funny, dude.
That's awesome. Oh my
Oh man.
gosh. Dude, okay. I think I just pronounced it that way because I just didn't expect anyone to actually be named Hercules.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
But that's
It's a
awesome.
great name, dude.
Anyway, his cool name, Hercules. Um, he is running or has ran
Yeah.
across Greece and has been the fastest person ever to do it. History made on a mission. This was pretty cool. I have actually didn't even, does he have like a video on this?
He has a YouTube channel, so go check out his channel.
Yeah.
Also check out his account Hercules
Mhm.
with two U's, H E
Hercules.
R C U U L E S on Instagram. He does a lot of these endurance runs, and he's sponsored by 24/7 and Cadence. He does this stuff all the time, so he's very similar to like William Googe.
Yeah.
But yeah, his storytelling is really great. It's always cool to watch. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. Very sick Instagram too. I don't know if you've ever scrolled through it.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah. I kind of aspire to have some cool stuff like that on mine, honestly. Next is
The
the
longevity
movement
daily.
journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought this was cool to share just because I do something very similar every single day after
Hmm.
work.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're only listening, this guy is doing the longevity daily 5. He
Hmm.
does a deep squat for 2 minutes. He balances on one side for 1 minute each side, and then T spine mobility, thread the needles 10 reps each side, and then get on and off the floor, kind of like a Turkish get up if you're into kettlebells.
Hmm.
And then bar hang for 60 seconds. So I do the deep squat, the T spine mobility, and the bar hang,
Hmm.
and then I'll do a deep hip flexor stretch. I'll do that for 10 minutes. So as soon as I get in the door, I change, I get into my garage gym, and then I do
Mm.
that.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of movement to like really decompress the spine, open up the hip flexor, because like people don't realize how much sitting like will affect the body in terms of stress. Like if you have tight hip flexors, you will be stressed out and
Yeah.
you won't even realize it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Even just like, and my job, I don't really sit down too much, but even actually, I didn't even sit down at all today. Uh,
Horrible. Oh, that's funny.
um, but just decompressing in
Oh my
general,
god. Yeah, yeah. Decompression in general though.
like getting home from work and just, yeah, and just decompressing.
Mentally decompressing.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
so yeah, you can actually like tie this into a routine of
Right.
like mental and physical.
Mhm.
And I would say like for me, the physical aspect of decompressing actually helps me mentally because like if I'm tight and I'm like just I feel like I'm bunched up, man, it just bothers me. And I hate sitting down, like I just want to be moving and open and free.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially like you come down or you come home and sit down and you get to like, doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like just having that reset is like nice just to get out of like the work mode, you
Yeah,
know?
that's true. It's like, yeah, attaching that behavior to, okay, I'm home and we're here away from work.
Right.
Similar to
Right.
how you like turn on the same, brightness of light, or you read the book, or you
Mhm.
have a routine before bed, it triggers your brain to say, okay, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, for sure. And then Dr. Rhonda Patrick actually posted on X talking about creatine and caffeine. And is it okay to combine both? So she said that they are generally not a problem together unless your caffeine dose is very high. The interference seems to show up around 350 milligrams of caffeine pre workout, which is about 3.5 cups of coffee, where caffeine may blunt some of creatine's performance benefit because they have opposite effects on muscle relaxation. So, yes, you can put creatine in your coffee. She says, I do. Just don't mega dose caffeine before training if you want the full ar- ergogenic effect. Even then, the effect is probably minor enough not to stress about it. Um,
We're like skating the line there. That's
yeah,
kind of why I wanted to share this. We have
yeah,
a pretty high caffeine intake in the morning, and
mhm,
yeah, I usually do about like 10 grams of creatine, and then I have my coffee, and then
yeah,
L-theanine. That's the best stack in the world, by the way.
yeah,
As soon as you wake up, well, as soon as you obviously want to have water and electrolytes before,
mhm,
because you'll feel like super dehydrated by drinking caffeine because it actually dehydrates you even more.
right.
So I do like electrolytes with creatine, and then I have my coffee. But like coffee and L-theanine is like the greatest combo.
Oh yeah,
And
I
I've been
bet,
doing cold brew. And I know you have too, because it's been getting
dude,
warmer out. And oh my gosh, it's so
dude.
good, man.
Cold brew is awesome. I love cold brew.
Yeah, I'm actually buying a new cold brew maker because mine sucks. So
Mm. I'll
I'm
have to send you a
investing.
recommendation. It's
Yeah, you need to. Is it
I,
the OXO one?
no, it's this
That's
brand
like the
called
rated number one.
it's this brand called Oval, I believe. And it's like this glass pitcher. It looks like some science stuff. It looks sick. It's like this glass pitcher, and you have a metal insert that goes inside of it. I'll send you the link, but it's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah, because mine is design flaw.
Mm,
You it's like a pitcher, but the tube goes in the middle. The thing is though, when you fill the tube up, you can fit like less than 200 grams. So what I try to make is concentrate as you do too.
right.
Um, but whenever you fill it up and like pour the water over it, one you can only get like like 200 something, and then when you fill it up to the right amount to make the concentrate,
Hmm.
it doesn't even like reach the
Oh,
the grounds. Like it'll only reach like a quarter of it, and then you have all the grounds on top. So you have no choice but to fill it to the top, and then your ratio is all off, and then you're just getting a normal cup of coffee. You're not getting
interesting.
something that'll like just wire you, you know?
Yeah, and
And
that's what I
so,
like.
well, yeah, because you got to think like I think it's a 32-ounce jug, and it's only 200 grams of coffee.
Yeah.
That's not a lot at all.
No.
Like, so you're not really getting that much caffeine. You almost, especially if you like it super dark and like just straight up,
Hmm.
it just tastes like watered down coffee, and I hate it.
Yeah, that's
I don't
awful,
like that.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they should really. That's crazy. They don't allow you. So it's a pretty small column then, I'm assuming. Like they just don't
it
allow
is. Yeah,
much coffee in there.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's narrower at the bottom and then like widens up. But
Oh,
it just listen, man, it's a design flaw.
yeah,
You
for
know, it
real.
was bought off Amazon. Won't do it again. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I'll send that. And if anybody's curious, maybe I'll throw a link to it
Yeah.
in
Use
the
our code
description.
below. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, so obviously, you know, she's saying coffee can blunt the performance benefits of creatine. But by the way, sick mug,
These
America
are the
250.
Yeti America 250.
Ah, I should have grabbed mine too so I could show y'all. But
You
mine's
should
basically a
have.
navy blue version of
Yeah.
his.
I was telling the people at work, I was like, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff because everything that's got an American flag on it for American 250, I'm probably going to buy it.
Yeah, that stuff's
And
sick.
I was telling you, I was like, I'm going to keep an eye out for the companies that don't do that
Hmm.
because I won't be supporting them anymore. Because this is like the greatest. I mean, America 250 is awesome that we're alive for it, you know?
Dude, seriously.
And I know, like they said a long time ago, there's supposed to be like a week long of like parties and celebration in America for American 250 or America 250.
Really?
Yeah, so like within
I
that
didn't know
4th
about
of
that.
July week, it's going to be a whole week of celebration. And like they're
Mm,
funding like local governments to do that.
that's awesome.
So super
That
cool.
sounds amazing,
And
actually.
we're a part of it. So
Yeah.
buy as much merchandise as you can. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. You know
I'll
who
do it.
actually that's hilarious. Yeah. You know who actually also released some America 250 product is Bang. They released America
Bang,
250 flavor.
Monster, Ghost Energy. I haven't seen anything
Oh.
from Bloom. So what the hell, Bloom? I haven't seen anything from Celsius. I haven't seen anything from who's another good one?
Uh
C4.
raw
Yeah, haven't seen.
raw
Yeah.
bum energy.
Yep. First Form actually was the first one to do it,
Oh yeah, they've been
and
in the
I don't
game.
think they did it intentionally, but they do have American flag colored
Yeah.
can.
Mhm.
I've even seen some like I'm surprised we haven't seen any protein bars. I thought I saw something. Red Bull hasn't done it yet either.
We just need David Protein to hop in there. That'd be pretty sick.
That's actually one of the greatest American brands of all time.
I'm right there
Wait,
with you.
are they Canadian?
I don't know. Here, we can look her up. Let's see. No, David Protein is an American company based in New York. It's founded by Peter Rahal.
He
Oh
sold.
yeah. It was the guy who co-founded RX Bar.
Yeah,
I forgot about
can't
that.
believe he sold it to Kellogg for 600 million. I mean, shoot, do you blame him? But like,
No.
600 million is insane. But man, probably would have
Dang.
been like better material.
Yeah.
RX Bar just released a protein bar. See, the only thing about this protein bar
Mhm.
is it's all natural ingredients. They have like agave. That's how they sweeten it.
Yeah, agave nectar.
But it's not like artificial, and it's not there's no like 0 calorie sweetener. So you're gonna get 15 grams of added sugar.
Mm.
But it's 13 grams of fat, 18 grams of protein, and the fat is legit. It's like peanut butter. You can tell because it
Ooh.
digests very slowly.
Yeah.
And so that's what I look for in a protein bar. I don't want a protein bar that's like super quick digesting because usually if I'm getting a protein bar, it's actually to like supplement as a meal or a snack that'll extend my time to until I eat.
Right. You kind of want it to be filling.
Yeah. And but it's 270 calories. So if you're gonna cut, it's not gonna work. David Protein like is undefeated, 150 calories.
Yeah.
If you're gonna cut, like it's insane.
Yeah. It's
But it's
insane.
pretty artificial.
Oh yeah. No, it's really artificial.
Yeah, so
They have a lot of well, I mean, for one, it has sucralose in it,
yeah,
which
and it's
is
terrible.
yeah. Which I mean, everything that's zero sugar pretty much has sucralose, unless it's something like RX bar. Well, I mean,
I
well, they're
think
not even zero sugar though, so
I think
I don't know.
RX
I'm
bar
tripping.
does have sucralose.
Do they really? Oh,
I don't think and also okay, let's see.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe they don't. Oh no, these are yeah, never mind. No, they don't. They just have cashews, pea protein, oats, or it just depends on what it is. But yeah, they don't contain any of that stuff.
Oh yeah, no, no artificial sweeteners.
Dang,
Let's go.
that's good, dude.
RX bars are good too. I'm a big
You know
fan of
what's
the.
really good? That's it. Bars.
Oh, I've seen those, but I have yet to try them.
Oh yeah, it's just straight up carbs.
Uh huh.
But like I have some if I'm like in a pinch, I'll grab that before I work out. And dude, it's really good. The apple and blueberry is
Mm.
insanely good. And it's all
Dang.
natural ingredients. Like it's just straight up like they just compress apples and blueberries. Like that's all you get.
Okay, that's pretty
That's
awesome.
all that's in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh shoot. No, because yeah. So I used to have the RX bars because it was just. I mean, it's pretty much just carbs. The
Yeah.
RX bars are. Those are always solid before like a run or a workout. Like
Ooh, I don't not for a run.
I would eat one like 45 minutes before
Nice.
and like let it digest, and it always worked out pretty well for me. But it also depends on the person,
Yeah.
right? Now for workouts, yeah, I I think they were great for sure.
Yeah.
A show. But enough of that. We got some more news from Fit Insider.
Diplo.
Diplo says wellness is the new nightlife. Appearing at the Future of Everything Festival.
Why you gotta say it like that?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Diplo said young people don't go to clubs as much anymore, which I can see, pointing instead to the rise of run clubs, saunas, sound baths, and wellness events. The
Well,
DJ, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say that we haven't done any of this stuff.
I know.
It would be cool to, but if you live
If you
if
live
you
it.
currently live in Texas, there's really not much unless you live in Austin.
Yeah, seriously.
It hasn't really made its way here yet.
Yeah. I'm actually, And I haven't even really looked into it if Austin is like what all they have, but I'm sure
Right.
they have all this kind of stuff,
I'm sure, yeah,
you
it's
know?
probably picking up there.
Yeah.
Like New York is no matter what, it's gonna have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, New York definitely has that stuff. But the DJ and entrepreneur sees a cultural shift underway. Less late night partying, more experience driven wellness. Through Diplo's Run Club, he's blending fitness, recovery, music, and community into what he calls an experience more than a concert, which would be that's another thing that would be awesome to go to is Diplo's Run Club because they always do like a little 5K or 10K, and then right after you just go straight to him doing a set.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
It's just
Um,
like, I don't know, like this. Why wouldn't you try it? It's like cool. It's like
yeah,
it's not
no,
even that it's like you're attaching an identity to it. It's just like I don't know, this is unique, so let's do it.
yeah, it's something completely different
Yeah, I
than
think
usual.
sometimes the identity crisis like gets people. Like just because you do
Mm,
something unique or like that's new and off the wall and can be possibly made fun of like on social media like pickleball or something.
yeah,
The fun of it is like to accept the parody of it and like make fun of it
right.
and just be a part of it, but you don't have to like truly like not do it because of that. Like that's kind
Yeah,
of the fun of it. It's like it's funny and life should be funny and just try like random things and
yeah.
like who really cares? Like honestly, like when we saw that like freaking pottery place,
Oh, yeah,
like dude,
that'd be fun.
honestly, it would be freaking fun. Yeah, like it's not even serious. Like who cares?
Yeah, dude, I
I
love,
would be
like
making stupid pottery things, walk out with like freaking pottery. I don't even know, like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And it's like, okay, cool. I'll just check that off my list and like I
yeah,
could care less. I'm not gonna like make an identity out of it. And it's just like it's just fun, dude. Just do random stuff. Who cares?
for real. Like, it's not that serious,
Yeah, for real, dude. Like
you know?
honestly, your life would be much better if you just like bend the rules a little bit and like not pay attention to stereotypes or what your identity should be and
Mhm.
just be okay with doing anything.
Yeah,
If you
just
find it cool or funny or interesting, then just do it. Who cares?
and try it, man. Because who knows, you could absolutely love it, and
Yeah.
then
And it's like
it brings you joy.
it also just spices up life a little bit. Like I
Exactly.
wouldn't say like to even to go in with an intention. Just be like,
Yeah. No,
just see what
exactly.
happens.
Just give it a go, you
Yeah.
know? Try something new.
Yeah.
Um but he says his belief, people still want connection and entertainment, just in healthier, more social formats, which I believe we both believe that.
Hmm.
From recovery lounges to social fitness to sober, curious culture, wellness is increasingly replacing traditional nightlife. And as the experience economy surges, the next generation of social spaces looks more like a run club than a nightclub.
I have yet to join a run club.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder
Now,
what it's like.
we've seen that one
Which
in
one in Dallas?
it was in
The
Dallas.
214 Club or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, because it's the area code. Yeah, 214 Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looked pretty interesting. There was a lot of people.
Yeah. The only thing is I think they do it on like or they do it on Saturday, right?
Yeah, yeah, that was on a Saturday.
Yeah.
But I think it was some type of special event because they had like
Oh yeah, they had the Red
they
Bull
had the
DJ.
canopies, the Red
Oh,
Bull
it was like
DJ.
their final one of the year or something.
Oh yeah, it
Or
was
some
something
type of
special.
it was some race or I don't know, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
cool though when we were there. We were
Oh
just
yeah,
there running our normal training run.
yeah. Our 10 miler.
Yeah, it's how it always happens. And then like we just like our first time running, we ran at this park and there was
Oh,
there was so many people that started pulling up and we got there
oh
like
my
first thing in the morning
gosh.
and it was a freaking 5K race.
Yes,
And so we're
you
like
just unlocked a
training.
memory, dude.
Yeah, we're training.
That's
And
insane.
dude, we're like dodging this horde of people running a 5K. And we're just like, what happened, dude? Turns out it
Yeah.
was a 5K. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, as soon as we pulled up, we parked and this guy came up and pulled up next to us and rolled down his window.
Oh, that's
And
right.
he was like, "Are you guys here for the 5K?" We were like,
Yeah.
uh,
And we just both looked at each other and we're like,
of course.
yeah.
That is some stuff that would happen to us.
We're like, yeah, let's get running early.
Yeah, let's
On
go
the way
ahead
back, they shoot the gun and everyone's running towards us.
They running towards us. Yeah, that was the craziest part.
They
We were just
ran
there.
towards us, and then I'm trying to, like, dodge them, and so I get into
Oh,
the grass, okay, and they have signs that tell you where to go,
I forgot
and
about
I'm, like,
this.
watching the people to dodge them, and then I miss the sign in front of me, and the horde of people coming towards us watch me face plant from this sign, from the sign. So as if, it couldn't get any worse.
Right.
In front of the whole corral of 5K runners, I
Mhm.
fell and tripped, running the opposite direction, and they were probably super confused. And all you could do, all you could do was get up as fast you can and just run in
Yeah.
the opposite
No, that's all you
direction.
can do, bro.
You can't
When you
even,
fail like
yeah.
that, yeah, that's all you can do. You just gotta keep
Dude, that's
going.
so funny,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
That is
Oh my
so
gosh,
funny.
I
Oh
forgot that
my
even
god.
happened. What's funny is, like, I don't even think I was, like, with you at the time.
I think, well, you were definitely a better runner, 100%. So you were way ahead of me.
Yeah, I was ahead, and so
Yeah.
I didn't even know. So
Yeah.
I
I had
could
to
have.
explain myself, and I was like, man, it's terrible.
Yeah,
That was
that's
pretty
awesome.
embarrassing. It was like my first time running. I was in pain,
Oh, yeah,
and then I tripped in front of like 30 people.
yeah, that's insane. I completely forgot about this.
But hey, that's life, man.
Yeah, you know what? It added some spice. Let me tell
It
you what.
did. It
Yeah,
I gave me a story to tell, and it was fun.
yeah,
So be
that's
it.
awesome. Mhm.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
Yeah. But again, yes, we're seeing the rise of, social health interactions, I guess, or however you would describe that in terms of events. Um, also, oh, Brian Johnson. Yeah, he had his new YouTube video out that where he was talking about, I believe, like 5 pillars of longevity.
Yeah, so he has a YouTube video out. I highly recommend you watch it.
Hmm.
We're going to give you some of the key takeaways. But he talks about the 5 pillars of longevity exercise and kind of gives you a recommended dose for each one.
Yeah.
So, strength training, he recommends at least 3 sessions per week using compound movements with progressive overload.
Mm.
And that's the first pillar. The second pillar is low intensity cardio or zone two. I'm sure you know all about that by now. Aims for 150 minutes per week. You should be able to maintain a conversation during these sessions. And so, if you're building a workout, by the way, like these 5 pillars are exactly what you need for overall longevity, health,
Mm.
everything in general. Like, this is, I think, what we're seeing a shift in because now that you know, you have the actual blueprint to create it before you had to do your own research, and there's a lot of barriers,
Right.
but now it's really given to you. But
Hmm.
anyways, the third pillar, high intensity cardio, zone 4 and 5, one of the best ways to improve your VO2 max. He recommends 75 minutes per week, specifically highlighting the Norwegian 4x4 protocol, 4 minutes of intense work followed by 3 minutes of active recovery.
Solid.
He also says, like, yes, he understands 75 minutes is a lot, which it really is. In all of this that he talks about, his main thing was saying, if you feel like this is a lot, just get started
Hmm.
and maybe just do half of what it's recommended as a starting point, and you can
Yeah.
build your way up,
Yeah.
which is pretty much how everything in life works, by the
Yeah.
way.
Making it easier for you to put your foot in the door just to
Yeah.
get started.
Yeah. It's nobody knows what they're doing in life in general. You just got to get started, by the way.
Hmm.
The fourth pillar is mobility and flexibility. He suggests 5 to 10 minutes of daily work focusing on hips, spine, and shoulders. And the earlier clip that we showed, the daily movement, you can use that as part of your mobility and flexibility plan.
Hmm.
And the fifth pillar, and what he argues is one of the most important, and it's often overlooked, is balance. Vital for neurological health and coordination, he recommends daily practice such as single leg stands, sometimes with eyes closed.
Mm.
Just normal balance.
Yeah. I can see how it could be definitely like a longevity thing because if you're older, like, I think that's like where you're getting old is like your balance.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you're like, I don't know, maybe what, hell, I don't know, I ain't that old, but like once you get older, you start losing balance, and that's when you get a lot of falls. So I could see how it could definitely increase your chances of living longer if you don't fall and hit your head and, have to go to the hospital.
Yeah. So this like stigma that okay, this is what I think. Okay,
Mhm.
you say like as you get older, you start to lose your balance, right?
Mhm.
But we live in America, and obviously we know how unhealthy America is. And
True.
the lack of like movement, strength training, understanding around this stuff. And like the norm is to say, well, you're getting old, so you lose your balance. But
Mm.
I really think that's like not the case.
Mm.
It's just the case of lack of strength training, lack of mobility, lack of movement that causes the unbalance, not because you age. It's
Yeah.
because the lack of intentionality that you aren't paying attention to these important things like strength training, movement, to make sure that stuff doesn't go away. And
Right.
so when you just wake up and go to work or sit on your couch and watch TV and then let the dogs out and then go for a slow walk, like all these like super small things, not pushing yourself over the course of 20 years into retirement,
Mhm.
you're going to lose all that. But it's like,
Yeah.
what happens if here we are, this generation, let's just say like this pack of people now that have a better understanding. Obviously, our generation is getting more serious into health and wellness, and honestly, like exploration in general. Like I feel like we're a completely new species in terms of like we just kind of like are open minded and want to try more things, and it's also like
Right.
we're being influenced by so many other people because like the million views, you're gonna see these people like go amazing places, and you want to do that. Not so
Mm.
like, not that you're envy of them, but it's like you see that like now for the first time in 100 years, you can truly see someone experience an amazing place like Italy, and you say, wow, like you beforehand you could only see that in movies or like a newspaper.
Right.
And so obviously we're becoming more open-minded to that. And then obviously we do have some pioneers that have taken care of their body and into their 70s and 80s. And then you're like, wow, they're moving just fine. And so then you start to question, you're like, okay, well, what are we going to look like when we're 70 or 80? I think it's going to be a completely different ball game. I think we are going to be able to like have balance, and there's not going to be a stigma saying like as you get older things get harder. Now,
Mhm.
hormone production and natural human biology, yes, some things do get harder.
Right. That's only the nature of it.
Yes, but in terms of like things that are in our control, I think we'll look much different as we get older compared to the previous, generations.
Yeah, I agree. Because you go from that generation of they didn't really have all these things to supply them, so they didn't have this idea of let me go home, sit down, watch TV. And then whenever this stuff started actually arriving into people's lives,
Hmm.
they didn't realize like, oh, they were just enjoying it. They were sitting down watching TV or just being at home and resting a lot or just not even going outside or, going to the gym. And then now we're entering like, oh, we're seeing what happened with our generation. We're seeing what happened with the previous generation.
Hmm.
And we're like, oh, this stuff is good for you. The information you could get from this stuff is good for you, but it's important to take a step back, learn from what you saw, but then implement it into your own life and then go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting thing to see over the
Yeah,
course of 50 to 100 years to see what, where we end up, I guess.
seriously. Yeah, because then you have, yeah, because then you have David Sinclair's whole deal. Like, well,
Mhm.
what's going to happen with that?
Yeah.
If
And
it
then
like
Brian Johnson's continuing research
exactly.
for longevity, even though he looks, you know, as much hate as he gets, it's insane. But
Yeah,
this is a great video, by the way.
uh it's
Um,
actually hilarious.
yeah, he gets a lot of hate, and I don't get it because he really is like helping out humanity,
Oh,
and it's like people. I don't want to generalize, but you at some point like you're being a little bit closed minded by saying like this guy is over the top. What you really need to look at is the foundational aspect. You don't have to, just because he's doing something over the top, he's doing it to the extreme.
hmm,
Just like Michael Jordan, like he'll do it to the extreme, but a lot of people will pick his brain and pick his ideology and say, okay, like that's a great mentality to adopt.
hmm,
Same thing with Kobe Bryant,
right.
but you're never going to go to that extreme because you can't possibly do it.
Yeah,
Like you're not Kobe Bryant. And also, some people don't truly want to go to that extreme. Like maybe they have other responsibilities in their life, and like you just face that with reality. But you have that same mentality, right? So it's like you adopt the Mamba mentality,
Hmm.
but you aren't going to the extreme of a Kobe Bryant, right? But you
Right.
can still adopt things from other people.
Yeah.
And that's the same way you should look at Brian Johnson, like adopt his ideology, his foundational, vision of health, and it's also all science backed.
Yeah.
So like these 5 pillars is something you can take away without saying like Brian Johnson's ridiculous. It's like
Exactly.
he's providing these 5 pillars based off research for the entire world for free, and it's like that's respectable enough.
Yeah. And that's the deal too. Like he's also just like the first-hand guinea pig to see how much you can actually optimize, right?
Mhm.
And him going this far, it gives you what matters and what is just over the top and too much. Like,
Yeah.
because some of the stuff that you do see about, which they have some crazy wellness longevity devices out there. He tries all this stuff,
Yeah.
and you can really see like a lot of the stuff that really hits with him is kind of those core foundations,
Mhm.
and it's just great to see that and learn from him. And he's only pushing us further as a species,
Mhm.
providing knowledge. So yeah, I don't see how you could hate the guy, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Next up, we have Aura and their new ring, the Oura Ring 5.
Yeah. Also, I was listening to the CEO or
Hmm.
the founder, and he was saying aura.
Is it really pronounced Aura?
I don't know.
Mm.
No clue. But he's also calling it the OR5, which I kind of liked.
Ooh, that sounds really cool, actually.
Oura Ring 5.
OR5.
Yeah. And so, anyways, basically, the OR5 or Oura Ring 5
Hmm.
is showing where wearables are going. This is smaller hardware, more biometric data, AI health guidance, GLP-1 tracking, and of course, the loved subscription based model.
Mm.
So, let's talk about this. The main takeaway, my eyes are really struggling here. Um, Aura launched Ring 5 as a smaller premium smart ring. It's now 40% smaller.
Which is insane, by the way.
So they were saying in the interview that it's now extremely close to a wedding band. Look at
Yeah,
that. You can tell the difference.
exactly. Look how thin that is.
Dude, it's
That's actually
very intriguing to
insane.
me. Yeah. So it starts at 399 and the premium finishes go up to 500. So they did increase the price. The membership is $6 a month or $70 a year. I have yet to use an OR ring. Shit, an OR or an
Yeah,
Oura Ring.
yeah, yeah,
But I've heard great things. It's mixed. I don't know. Part of me is like, I don't know if I should get it because it's just another tracker. And it's like, the thing is, I have a Garmin and it
yeah. Mhm.
tracks enough. I don't know how much more tracking I would need. And not to mention, a ring may get in the way. Like, for example, if I'm doing pull ups or doing any type of strength training, I would imagine a ring would be in the way, which means
Mhm.
I'd have to take it off during my workouts, but then
Yeah,
put it
that would
back
kind of
on.
be my
But
whole deal too.
but then it loses like a key metric. Like you would lose strain, you would lose intensity minutes and all that stuff. So I don't know if it'd even be worth it at that point.
Yeah. No, and honestly, and I'm not wearing my Garmin now, but
Same.
like I okay, so the whole screenless wearable thing, it's really picking up traction. I don't know. I like having a screen. I kind of
Yeah,
like
me
having
too.
a screen and seeing my metrics right there,
See,
you know?
I like having a screen because I am a like psychotic time manager.
Mm.
And so every like down to the minute. Yeah, that was crazy.
Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on out there.
Down to the minute,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like to like pay attention to my watch.
Mhm.
Like I just anything I'm doing, like I know exactly like whatever task I'm doing because usually we're very what do you call it? Like we have a routine.
Yeah, 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 routine.
And so you're always doing the same things roughly around the same time, intentionally or not. It's just how it
Mhm.
happens.
Yeah.
And so you kind of know like it's also you can kind of like pick up on things like, man, is today like all over the place? Because usually at this time I'd be doing this, but I'm not doing
Mm.
this. I'm actually doing this. And you kind of like look at how long things are taking you,
Yeah.
and then you kind of get like a good metric of like what's actually going on today.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a peek into like how you use time that day is kind of how your mind may be situated. It's unique.
Yeah, I think unconsciously I kind of do that too, and I'm
Yeah, I'm
just not
sure you do
realizing it.
because I mean, unfortunately, like our lives revolve around that.
Yeah.
Gotta wake up, gotta get to work on time, gotta, it's like stupid. It really is.
No, yeah, honestly.
That's why, yeah, I don't know. I just, at work, the whole concept of time in the morning, like being on time, being early, I don't get it. Because
Yeah.
if I'm here to do the job and I do the job every day and I'm a few minutes late because of a vehicle, I don't want it to cause stress to my day.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to explain myself. I hate the fact that I have to explain myself when the me being a few minutes late does nothing to the overall goal.
No, you're still gonna get the work done.
And so you start paying attention to little things that don't matter. You're wasting energy on things that don't matter. Why would you want to live life that way? That's just how I see it. And I no one agrees with me, like in the workspace, I would say.
Yeah.
The younger generation could probably, we're the problem, of course. We're always the problem.
The younger generation is always gonna be the problem
Always the problem.
every
So
time.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A few minutes late, dude. I I mean, I sweat it sometimes because they
Because
put
they
that
ingrain it
pressure.
in you. Yeah,
They put that
exactly.
pressure on you, but it's really not like when you really take a step back and look at it, you were 5 minutes late.
Dude, listen, listen, listen.
What's that gonna do?
If I know I'm gonna be late because of red light or something, or like the other day, a diesel truck like tried to turn and he couldn't make it and he got stuck. It's
Yeah.
like it was a Monday. And no, it was a Tuesday because we had Memorial Day.
Mhm.
And I just turn off my maps because I like to see like what's my ETA no matter what. Like I know where I'm going.
Mhm.
I was like, I'm just gonna turn it off, dude. I don't even care.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
every time I see that number like go up, you start to get like increased level of anxiety.
Just a little bit, yeah.
And you're just like, dude, I don't even like my body doesn't deserve this.
Yeah.
Like I just want to wake up in peace, have my own natural thoughts, and not be like you think about it. Like you wake up and they say, don't touch your phone for the first hour because you're gonna get all these negative thoughts coming. Well, it's like, yeah, the real world puts in negative thoughts of like you better be on time or this, and then it creates a low level of anxiety. It's like that shouldn't even exist in
Right.
some work environments. Some work environments they don't care, and
Right.
it's beautiful because
Mhm.
that means they have a bigger vision. They have a huge goal that they're trying to accomplish, and they could care less about the little things. Like one thing, I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about the Google workers, like
Mhm.
at the main headquarters, and all of them get paid tons of money to do their
Yeah,
job,
oh, yeah,
like
they
a
make a good
ridiculous amount.
amount.
And guess what? They come in and they leave whenever they want because they know that they're only scored on their job, their ability to
Exactly.
complete their job. If they complete the job, then good. They can leave whenever they're done. They can show up early. They can show up late. As long as they execute the task at hand and the
Right.
deadline, then they've done the job.
Yeah.
And those people are higher level people. They have. It's funny because they're extremely smart, and then you sometimes make fun of these extremely smart people and say they don't have common sense. Well, it seems pretty common to me.
Yeah.
And so it's just a way of looking at things to where objectively are you focusing on the goal. This is a huge tangent. But anyways, next this is crazy. I just went on a
Yeah.
tangent there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um they're also adding a health radar, which it does like nighttime blood pressure signals, nighttime breathing trends, health records, lab uploads, AI enabled care, and of course they're adding GLP-1 medication tracking,
Of course.
which is like adjusting to the wave, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, they are also pushing into preventative health.
Mhm.
It's designed to monitor biometric shifts in the background and flag patterns users may need to pay attention to before they become bigger issues, which I would assume like they would be like sort of under the high blood pressure kind of thing.
Yeah, it probably flagged the high blood pressure and something with the breathing for
Mm,
sure
mm,
because the breathing
like
trends.
heart rate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this is a good launch because the IPO timing Reuters reported that Aura
Oh,
can
yeah.
confidentially filed to go public in the US, was valued around $11 billion, has sold more than 5.5 million rings, and is available in over 4,600 retail locations. So their IPO is going to be pretty strong.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. They're
Yep.
doing
I
pretty solid.
mean, because I think I had a conversation with somebody on TikTok.
Uh-huh.
They were commenting about they said that Whoop was trash on one of our clips. And
Yeah.
the thing is, I mean, it's going to be up to preference at this point. And my point that I made was one, I think Whoop and Aura will have first movers advantage for a while.
Mm,
No matter what, like as soon as you think of a wearable, anyone in a normal space, they know Whoop and Aura. They've done a
right.
really good job of marketing. Um, it's just first movers advantage.
Exactly.
Obviously, you have Fitbit Air coming in, which is Google's device because Google owns Fitbit, and it's their wearable that is screenless, and it's $100, and
Yeah.
there's no subscription. I think you can get a subscription with AI or something
It's could possibly be integrated with
with Gemini.
Gemini.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but anyways, it's $100, and it's a lot cheaper than
Mm-hmm.
Aura. It's a lot cheaper than Whoop, and so my point is like everything in terms of innovation, it's not going to be that impressive because I feel like in the wearable space, like, is Aura truly ahead of the game compared to Whoop? No, not really.
No.
And what their biggest selling point was all predictable biometrics, right? Like Whoop and Aura have this app, and they predict, these things that say, well, here's what your trend is, here's your biological age,
Mm-hmm.
and so what Garmin's already been doing is Garmin uses the same metrics. They use the heart rate tracking, the accelerometer, and they've been ahead of the game. They have that. What they didn't have was the prediction metrics. They didn't realize people care that much.
Yeah.
So all they did was update the software, and now they have prediction metrics, and you can check your biological age and you can see trends, and it's like, okay, cool. Like they are now a Whoop.
Yeah.
And so like Google Fitbit did that really well, but Google can integrate really well with Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Apple, which I guarantee you, Apple will do the same thing very soon,
100%.
and they'll integrate with their onboard AI that's supposed to release sometime in September.
Mm-hmm.
WWDC, which is Apple's developer conference, will be in June. So I would buy their stock pretty soon, by the way,
Yeah.
because they are supposed to be announcing Gemini, which is their model is going to be pretty insane.
Yeah, I remember
So
you sent me a post about this too.
it's much larger than Gemini.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah, it's if you're into the AI stuff, the thing is Apple can do what most others can't,
Mm.
and they can have a true because they have the accelerometer engines, they have the processors, especially on Mac as well,
They definitely have the
and
processors.
they're building everything already in front for AI integration, so they can actually make it to where your AI can live on your device like
Mm-hmm.
very seamlessly. But yeah, we'll see what that happens. But so yeah, like Apple can do that. So then what it's going to be is like, okay, well, every year they're going to ship a new technology feature, but it's going to be super minimal. Like I would say
Mm.
the 40% smaller ring is amazing,
Yes.
but in terms of like technology, mm, like it's all the same. Like it's heart rate tracking, they say 95% sleep stage accuracy. Who knows how true that is? I think everything is just pretty good.
Yeah.
Like every single tracker you're going to be using is pretty good.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it's going to be more so like who has the better technology. And to his point, like he said, Whoop sucked. And then he was saying like Google AI, the Google Fitbit's cheaper and there's no subscription. And everyone wants to harp on the subscription service, which I don't understand because like $6 a month is not a big deal. If you don't want to do the subscription, then you can just buy either Google Fitbit. But I just don't think that because of a $6 subscription, people are going to go to the Google Fitbit. I don't think that's the actual case. The case would be I already use Google. I know about Google. They integrated this health thing, and I'm going to get my grandpa the Google Fitbit.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I like Whoop because it's more classy, it's more elitist level. I'm gonna have that on my wrist. I want an Aura because I don't want I'm a girl and some girls don't like things on their wrist and they want to be a little bit more low profile. There's
Mm-hmm.
different types of people. And so like that's where you would actually choose what market you're gonna get into.
Yeah.
I like like I like Whoop's interface more. I like Aura's interface more. Garmin, I've always been with Garmin. They have all my stuff. So when they release their band, I'm just gonna integrate with Garmin because it's easy.
Yeah.
Apple, same thing. I have everything Apple. I'm just gonna go with Apple. Like I don't think it's
Hmm.
gonna be anything outside of that.
Yeah. It's more like, how do you want to wear it, and do you like the way the UI looks?
Exactly.
Right.
That's the only two things that I'll see that'll happen
Yeah.
until like we'll get into later until like we see some massive changes.
Yeah. Which was going to be pretty insane.
Yeah.
Um, and two, obviously, yeah, Circa, which is going to be Garmin's band,
Yep.
has been leaked a million times already. I've seen so many leaks about it, but still haven't seen or like some type of release date. But also
Yeah.
Luna Band
Yep.
is
There's a
another one
few bands
coming
coming
up.
up. Yeah. And there's
Yeah.
another ring.
Oh, is it Ultra Human?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, we're seeing all this stuff coming out.
Yeah.
I'm curious what Luna Band's gonna do to like try to differentiate themselves, because it
That's the thing.
really
It's like, how
is
do
like,
you? That's what I'm saying. The technology isn't going to be different. And it's like, if you're not an Apple or Google, um, yeah, if you're not those big companies, like the only smart reason for me, okay, if Apple were to release a health tracker, like
hmm,
it's Apple, so they can do it their Apple way. And if it
right,
seamlessly integrates into the system, they can integrate it within their Apple Fitness. They can integrate it with their soon to be AI.
hmm,
And then they have I mean Apple is Apple, so they have amazing UI. They
right,
could excel in all that. So then it's like that makes sense.
hmm,
But if you're like a small startup, what is what makes you different?
yeah,
It's almost impossible.
yeah,
It's just marketing.
yeah. It's marketing. The Like you said, they try. Each one of them have been trying to do different predictive statistics, things like that.
Yeah.
And that's really the only way they've been able to differentiate themselves so far. And yeah, I mean, it's almost impossible to be like a small startup and make a new wearable and,
Hmm.
try to stand out in this field.
Yeah, the next thing that'll happen is probably Garmin integration with AI. So you'll be able to connect your Garmin stats directly into ChatGPT.
Which I've been waiting for, bro.
Yeah, I actually saw a post today. Someone's trying to, it's a third party company or a company, like a startup company, and they're
Hmm.
trying to do that like through Claude.
Okay, awesome.
Um, I don't know. I,
Yeah.
it'll take a while. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't know why no one has done it before. It doesn't seem like it would be terribly difficult.
No. Now, I know you have to build some sort of, like right now, if you really wanted to, like you actually have to build some sort of MCP, is what they call it,
Yeah,
to actually feed it the live data to the AI.
it's just
And
doing it and
it's,
then make. I don't think it'd be that difficult though.
yeah, but I think,
Like for a big startup to do it is what I'm saying.
yeah, no, yeah, it wouldn't be difficult at all for them,
Yeah.
right? Because they already have this technology. They know, I mean,
All
they
it
could
is they're
easily
creating a
partner.
bridge. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all it is.
yeah,
It's not like you're creating an entirely new thing. It's just sending information to the other. That's it.
yeah, exactly. Our next headline is from Andy Galpin. He posted on X talking about a paper that basically explains why some people gain strength and muscle more quickly than others. And so we kind of just wanted to break this article down. Um, so the paper argues that people respond differently to strength training, but most response people is probably a mix of poor measurement, underdose training, biology, age, and inconsistent programming. Not proof that some people can simply not build muscle. Um, so kind of the what of the study is basically talking about resistance training in response to heterogeneity, which is basically like why two people can follow similar lifting programs and get different gains in muscle size, strength, and adaptation. And the practical takeaway is that strength training works, but the dose, effort, recovery, age, and individual biology of the person shape how much someone responds. Um, this was a peer reviewed conference summary paper, not a new clinical trial. So it summarizes the 2025 inter individual variation in resistance training. Um, you know, it's pretty, I mean, this stuff's fairly easy for people to kind of enter into. It's like kind of on the low or moderate end, and the application is not really expensive. It's lifting consistently, tracking sets, reps, load, progress, volume intelligently, resting long enough, and training close enough to failure. Also, eating enough protein, calories, and giving the body time to rest and recover. But the real barrier is patience and program discipline, not access to advanced testing. So I guess what we're seeing here is, it is in terms of biology, it affects different people differently, but also it seems to be that people just aren't super consistent with it. You know, I think is kind of what we're getting from this paper.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. It's more so to pay attention to the lack of consistency than to just simply write off and say, "Oh man, I'm so different. I can't do it."
right, right. And so some of the key findings in the paper were muscle growth is multidimensional. Resistance training causes tissue, muscle fiber, and ultrastructural changes, including radial fiber hypertrophy through increased myofibril number, longitudinal growth through sarcomere addition, and metabolic adaptations tied to rapid cell growth. Another thing is training variables matter. So, weekly sets, volume load, rest, interval duration, and proximity to failure meaningfully influence hypertrophy outcomes in the general population. While exercise selection can remain flexible, um, basically the translation to that is the exact exercise matters less than getting enough quality work, effort, recovery, and progression. And then they also talked about responder labels, and I guess they're kind of messy. So the authors emphasize that observed variability in hypertrophy is real, but separating true individual response, basically what we were just saying, differences from random variation in difficult. Um, Better study designs need repeat validation trials, unilateral within subject designs, meaningful response thresholds, and multivariable responder classifications. Um, Kind of the cultural effect you see from this is that fitness media, it likely turns into, some people are genetically gifted, which they can be, but others are hard gainers. But this is too simple, right? The better interpretation is some people need a different training dose, better adherence, better recovery, or longer timelines before they show measurable gains. So some people, it takes them a little bit longer to see gains. Some people, they will respond quicker, but the whole point is really consistency, right? Like come up with a plan that you can stick to consistently
Right.
and
That's it.
always get your movement in. Like this, it's important. And basically the final takeaway for everyone listening here is stop asking, am I a responder? And start asking, is my training dose actually high quality? Track your weekly sets per muscle group, total load, rest periods, and how close you train to failure before changing everything. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Just
Pretty
stay
cool.
consistent, guys.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool article that he
Yeah.
shared, and it was cool to get into.
Hmm.
It was fairly recent as well. So
Yeah. No, yeah. It was actually received, revised, accepted May 19th.
yeah. So let's get into Strava. Strava overhauls strength experience with expanded partner ecosystem,
Hmm.
new workout log, and muscle maps. And I actually just noticed, I noticed the muscle maps on my Murph workout. It just showed lats and push-ups.
I saw that.
Um, I don't know how it figures it out unless it pulls from Garmin.
Yeah, so I assume what it does is it pulls, because Garmin actually already
Eh,
has this
Right.
in
Yeah.
theirs. So just knowing what exercises you actually did or the predicted exercises you did from your Garmin, it probably just sends that data over.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Strava, the app for active people with more than 195 million users in more than 185 countries. Okay. Also, we're Strava users. I mean, we don't have any people that we know on Strava. It's terrible.
You're telling
If
me you just said that there's 150 million people who use this?
195 million.
195 million.
If you guys are on Strava, please add us. I don't even know my Strava.
Please. I think we'll have to add
I
our Stravas in the
You will add it
description.
right here.
Oh yeah.
Which is like blowing up and just Strava.
Yeah.
We'll add our Strava though.
Uh-huh.
Add us.
Please.
Today they announced a full overhaul of its strength activity experience. The update introduces 14 partner integrations and a dedicated workout log, auto-populated muscle maps, and 5 new shareables, giving athletes a more complete way to log, track, and share their lifts along the runs, rides, and other activities they already log on Strava.
Mhm.
Overall, health, longevity, and injury prevention are among the primary motivators for the growth in strength activities, and Strava continues to reflect why and how people move in the product. The launch marks the first step in an expansive investment into the strength experience for Strava.
Mm.
Um, they also have like DMs in Strava, by the way.
Do they really?
They got like a whole social thing.
Oh
I
wow.
haven't been using Strava to its full ability, but you could
Yeah, me
possibly
neither.
like be DMing some people on there, dude.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
You could find your love, you could find the love of your life on Strava in
Mm.
DMs. Now that's a story.
That actually sounds like a great place to meet them.
I don't know.
um, no, but I honestly I love Strava. It's just fun to like share your little workout with everybody.
You don't even
You know
share your workouts, dude.
what? Well, on Strava.
Oh, on Strava.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
thought
yeah,
you
yeah.
meant like on like because the thing is
No,
you
no,
could
no, no.
share
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. But you could also share it through Instagram, through their
Yeah,
posts, and it looks all cool
but
and
dude,
aesthetic.
yeah, we don't have anybody on Strava though.
But we ain't got nobody. I think I got 4 followers.
Yeah. I honestly like I have a few, but I just like look through. I don't really pay attention. I just see it and like it. That's all I do.
Yeah,
I don't like actually pay attention to what they're doing because it's like I can't keep up because a
yeah,
lot of the people that I follow are just daily. Same thing with me. I'm sure people can't keep up
yeah.
because like sometimes like I'll do like a warm up and then I'll do the compound strength and then I'll do a hit
You be
and
having a lot of stuff on there, bro.
all those are different workouts. I do have a dude. I have like over like 1,600 activities like
Yeah, it's kind
recorded.
of insane.
But no, my Strava is legit, dude.
Nah, it is,
Because that one year when I increased like 150% in running,
dude.
like that was insane.
Okay, but the coolest part was like if you actually like went to your profile and you saw like the consistency
Oh yeah,
of the
the
runs.
dude, yeah.
I was like, wow, like that. It just looks beautiful.
Yeah. I need to go back and screenshot it. Cause it was like, dude,
No, it was on the money.
it
Like
was crazy.
it's crazy how
Damn.
dialed in your mileage was.
Yeah. It's like it's almost okay, here's the thing. Like a part of me like only wants to get back into it because of that.
Yeah,
But it just takes so much out of you. Like or not
it does.
you don't have time for anything else. Like I ran every single day, sometimes twice a day. I ran every single morning. If I didn't make the morning, I had to run in the evening. And like you're setting an hour aside. And then on your long runs, like which are hell. Like I would do it Friday mornings because I was off on Friday.
Hmm.
And it'd be 2 or 3 hours long. And it's like, dude,
Yeah, it just takes a lot of time.
a lot of time, a lot of energy. You don't really want to do much.
Yeah. Oh, that was one of the big things.
You just
Like
want to like chill and eat food and like watch a movie. That's it.
that is the nice thing about like when we were running that much though was you felt a lot less guilty
Yeah.
when you were eating food
True.
because you're burning so many calories.
Yeah.
It almost didn't even matter.
Yeah. So they did introduce more partner integrations, which we talked about Garmin earlier, but Strava is partnering with 14 integrations across strength and fitness ecosystem, updating its developer tools so athletes can bring comprehensive data from the apps and devices they already use directly into Strava. These integrations bring strength activity data to life on Strava for the first time, removing the friction from a previously manual process while unlocking the dynamism or
Hmm.
dynamism.
Hmm.
Really, never heard of that.
Me neither. It's my first time.
Of the Strava community. The initial launch partners are 24 Hour Fitness coming this summer, Amazfit, Caliber, Coros, Fitbod, Garmin, Heavy, iFit Personal Trainer, Jeffit, Liftoff, Matra, Remaker, Runna, Whoop, all
You
kinds of
name it.
people. Yeah. Um, Auto-populated muscle maps. Every logged workout now generates a visual muscle map, automatically highlighting the muscle groups trained based on the exercise performed.
Mhm.
Athletes can now dy- dynamically record sets, reps, and weight in a purpose-built log designed for strength training.
Yeah.
This functionally this functionality captures strength exercise over time, making it easy to review and repeat workouts.
I think this is smart because you're capturing that other audience who does strength training as well, and not just being like a running
Yeah,
app.
exactly. So that's the thing. Like they were just a running, cycling. So if you weren't really into that, you
Hmm.
couldn't exactly share your workouts. Now the only thing is, so now that I understand, so like pretty much they took what my Garmin did and pulled it to Strava, and that's why it showed that workout map.
Hmm.
But it was not accurate, and it's usually never accurate because how the heck can they do that?
Yeah, no. Well, it's only going to be accurate if you
Log
tell,
what you did.
yeah, if you tell it what workouts were what, because it's just
Yeah.
going to do like the predictive thing where it you do a certain movement and the accelerometer reads, oh, you're doing this movement, so he's maybe doing pull-ups or maybe doing push-ups.
Yeah.
But in terms of push-ups and pull-ups, I mean, you're only moving your wrist like so much. So it's not really going to give you an accurate depiction unless you log it or create some type of workout within the system for
Yeah.
sure. We're seeing a new invention essentially. So the UC Irvine article published on May 2026 actually detailed a groundbreaking advancement in medical tracking. So it's the invention of the next generation wearable, which this is just one article from three different ones I've found so far. It seems to be really trending right now. Is sweat sensors to monitor your basically your four big markers, which are going to be lactate, glucose, urea, and cortisol, which is pretty awesome. I mean, those are
Yeah,
like
it's insane.
pretty much like the four like pillars in terms of tracking. Like until now, basically could like these sweat wearables, like apparently they've been out, but they've struggled a lot with real world applications in lab like outside of labs because of several like limitations. So you had like self-regulating sensing services, like all the old sweat wearables, they they tend to build up this molecule buildup from your sweat, and so it literally degrades within the the next week, essentially. So you're not able to wear it continuously. But this is solving that issue by being self-regulating. And what it does is it sends a little electrical pulse to the actual sensor to clean the surface, which is insane. It's also battery free and wireless. So this thing operates off your phone's NFC or
Oh.
some type of NFC from maybe like a wearable, right? So what happens is, tap to pay.
Yeah.
So that little electronic signal that's sent out, that's how it's powered, which is really cool. So as soon as your phone's brought near it, it does a it does a scan, uh, measures your sweat, and then tracks those markers and is sent straight to your phone. It's super cool. And it also has on-demand sweat simulation. Because these things require sweat, you would think, oh, well, do I have to work up a sweat in order to get some type of reading? But this thing, it literally stimulates sweat at that direct spot where it sits by using this like hydrogel layer. It's really cool. It's just it'll only make you sweat in that one little spot too. It's really cool. So it gets a reading that way. And the next thing was it's super environmentally stable because it is self-regulating in terms of the sensor surface. Um, it's continuously wearable. Like you can always wear it and it won't ever degrade in terms of its accuracy over time. Um, and again, so the reason it's important that it tracks cortisol, glucose, lactate, and urea is because with cortisol, which is your primary stress hormone, tracking it can continuously allow you and doctors to monitor anxiety, clinical depression, dysregulation, and hyperthalamic pituitary adrenal axis. Um, but it's also like it's a good way to see like what actually stresses you out throughout your day if you can actually have a continuous um, measurement of these things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like you could be at work and be like, oh, what I talked to this person here and my cortisol spiked through the roof. So it's like you can kind of see these things throughout your day.
Yep,
Um,
I felt the right way about that person.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I definitely felt that way. Glucose obviously is crucial for tracking your metabolic health, pre-diabetes, and actually managing your diabetes non-invasively because again, you don't have to prick your finger to get a blood draw. Um, Next is lactate. This is an indicator of physical exertion, muscle fatigue, or underlying metabolic dysfunction. This part I think will be huge for athletes, like
Yeah.
because right now what you have to do is the prick test the lactate throughout the run. But if this could just continuously monitor that during a run, you can really see a live feed of when your lactate builds up. So like it's really good for managing your actual training load because obviously zone 2 is like LT1 and then reaching zone 4 and 5 is like LT2. So if you can see that your lactate is staying just below LT1, then you know you're in literal perfect zone 2 because heart rate has always kind of been it's not the most accurate, but it kind of gets you in that range.
Hmm.
Um, so this will be a much more accurate way to manage your training load. And then urea is just basically the byproduct from your kidney, so you can monitor your actual kidney health as well. Um, so then we'll talk a little bit more about some of the real world applications for it. So for specifically for athletes and healthy individuals, um, lactate, obviously, again, physical exertion, cortisol. Um, you know, this tracking it will basically help you monitor your overall stress responses to anything in life. Glucose will provide you that real time data on your metabolic activity, and urea, again, kidney health. I think also being able to track glucose like this is like we've talked about before. I believe Andrew Huberman talked about it too. Was finding that like certain foods will spike your glucose differently, right? So if you can track this, you know what foods to avoid a lot easier
True.
than having a glucose test done at a lab. Um, so kind of what are the next steps for this? So when are we going to be seeing this? When is it going to be integrated? So right now, all we know is that the research has proven it to be highly stable with a 21-day trial. To move this from a successful academic intervention into a mass market product, the research team has filed a patent application through UC Irvine's Beal Applied Innovation. They are currently looking into commercial manufacturing pathways, which that's when we'll start seeing possible integrations with other wearables.
Yep.
Um, and then translate the technology, obviously, to clinically approved medical devices as well. I think this stuff will be really cool to see on a Whoop or a Garmin. Mainly a Garmin, I think would be the more well, it would be good
Preferred.
for preferred. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be good on Whoop too, just because tracking your cortisol is like one of those wellness markers. Um, and they're kind of leaning more toward that wellness aspect anyway. Um, but yeah, I think it seems like technologies have been wanting to get some type of different non-invasive tracking in. And I think this is going to be, again, like we talked about, one way wearables can differentiate themselves if they get it first, you know. And finally, that takes us to our study of the week, which is the impact of resistance training on body composition, physical fitness, and cardiometabolic health in children and adolescents with overweight slash obesity. So the core focus of this study was to evaluate the precise impact of resistance training on the body's composition, physical fitness, and cardiometabolic health markers, specifically with pediatric populations experiencing overweight or obesity. Basically, they're aiming to resolve historically inconsistent evidence surrounding the efficacy of weight training for this specific demographic. Um, this is a comprehensive 2026 umbrella review with a large scale meta analysis of unique primary data. Um, so, the key findings of this study this week was resistance training significantly altered body composition by reducing overall body fat percentage by an average of 0.53% and increasing vital or yeah, sorry, vital fat free slash lean mass by 0.48 kilograms across all control conditions. These body compositions benefit become even more pronounced when you switch from a completely sedentary lifestyle to a structured resistance training routine, which makes sense. You're just throwing it out there and, it's just getting started. You're going to see those beginner gains.
Yeah.
Um, they also saw some universal strength gains. So muscular strength consistently and significantly improves in both the upper body and lower body regions. These benefits occur reliably across all evaluated pediatric age groups, training frequencies, and program durations. The 12-week threshold, a voltage drop is what they called it. Short term training blocks, um, 12 weeks, successfully drive active fat loss and muscle gain. Conversely, long term programs greater than 12 weeks often triggered real world voltage drops, meaning diminishing participant motivation and scheduling conflicts that stall body composition progress while only preserving raw strength gains. Yeah, I think that just goes back to actually making a program that you could repeatably, uh, do in order to stay consistent within it.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the main things that, like, as a parent that you would struggle with
Mm-hmm.
is with school, with sports. When you start to stack all these things, it's really hard to like be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so that's when I think the solution there is the same way as if someone's just beginning health and wellness. You make things very accessible.
Right.
You meal prep for them.
Mm-hmm.
You make it to where there is no second guessing. It's almost like you're their coach and you're coaching an MMA fighter, and the MMA fighter just wakes up and performs,
Yeah.
and that's it. And that's really the only way if you're truly if you care about, this resistance training for body composition, overall health, fitness, especially if you're even going to be looking to train your kid for a sport, you're just going to pretty much have to treat them as an MMA fighter in this example,
Yeah.
where they don't have to think. They just they wake up and they walk in and here's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they have to be bought in. You don't want to force them. But like, I feel
Right.
like that's the best way because what that was pointing to is there's so many variables.
Mm-hmm.
And there really is. And that's why you see like you've seen the successful stories of like maybe like I've seen so many of the baseball kid where they're like they became homeschooled. Their parents meal prep for them. They have
Mm-hmm.
structured training. They have skill work, and they went all in. Obviously, the kid was ready to go all in, and he was cool with it. They were able to do that,
Yeah.
but they basically treated him like he's a professional athlete by him just waking up and here's your schedule, and like that's how you remove all the variables there. But that's only if someone is willing to go that far.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, just like the adult itself or themselves, they don't want to go to that extreme. So why would they push their kid to that extreme? It's all a mindset.
Right. Yeah. It kind of actually, it's kind of funny. It goes back to the book Atomic Habits, like just
Mhm.
creating the least amount of resistance possible
Yeah.
for you to get started.
And especially with kids, like doing this kind of stuff is already outside of the realm of normal. Like
Oh
as you get
yeah,
older, you kind of like can connect to that a little bit more because what else do you have?
right.
There's not too many people judging you. There's not too many standards to, to stay up on and social media and all this stuff.
And you're just
Uh,
curious.
and when you're younger, what do you mean?
Like as a kid, you're just curious. Like you just want to do everything.
Yeah, and like well, really, I feel like as a kid, you're just you want to find your own stuff, and then
Hmm.
also you also are trying to keep up with everyone else in high school, middle school.
Yeah,
If they're on social media, you want to be on social media. If they're playing video games, you want to play video games.
right.
If they're going places, you want to go places. Like it's one
Hmm.
of those things.
Yeah,
You truly haven't like found your groove yet, so you're just trying to fit in and like be there,
yeah, yeah,
be
yeah.
everywhere.
No,
So
I completely understand.
if you're getting out of this, if you're taking time away and training, it's just like, what is this for? Who cares?
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. Um, so they kind of also had it's they had an impact analysis basically of the body and mind mechanics. So they talked about physiological health span. So on a cellular level, mechanical tension from resistance training stimulates muscle protein synthesis and protects metabolic health. Preserving or gaining lean mass expands the body's resting metabolic rate and optimizes fat oxidation. Um, which yes, yeah. If you have more muscle, you're going to definitely burn more calories. In turn, you're going to burn more fat. Um, this is an essential health shield for youth, particularly because standard calorie restricted dieting often forces a dangerous loss of healthy muscle tissue alongside fat. Um, so, the physiological performance that they saw from aerobic exercise, it can actually often feel discouraging or physically punishing for children carrying excess weight. However, because heavier youth naturally possesses greater absolute fat free mass and baseline strength, they tolerate resistance exercises exceptionally well, experiencing intermediate physical capability boosts. Their self esteem creates a sense of self efficacy and fosters long term fitness adherence. Right? Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, the more you start to see the results, the more you're going to want to do that thing because you're seeing positive results that are affecting you
Yep.
in a great way.
That's true. And that's kind of like how the habit forms for everybody.
Exactly.
Some way, shape, or form, like it enhanced their life in a positive way.
Mhm.
It could be reading and you became more fluent and able to speak clearly and form thoughts.
Mhm.
That's a positive reinforcement. So then you begin to read more.
Exactly.
It could be video games. Your shot gets better. Unbelievably good. Unfortunately,
Unbelievably good,
s
actually.
unfortunately, sometimes, no matter how hard you try, my boy Tyler just can't aim.
Listen,
He
man.
can't figure it out, dude.
I don't know what it is.
I
I,
mean,
I would. I mean, I would put some hours in too.
we trained. We literally trained
Yeah.
his shot, and it did not work.
Yeah. It got as
S-
good as it could get. That
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
peak. You know.
Unbelievable, actually. I don't know how. I mean, as many hours as we put in, you'd think
It is
you.
crazy, right? I always thought about it too. I was like, how can it not get better?
I know, man. And you could hear like the devastation in your voice. You just don't understand.
It was crazy. But
Yeah.
the final takeaway from this study was basically incorporate a structured 8 to 12 week resistance training block into an everyday routine 2 to 3 times per week, utilizing an array of body weight movements, resistance bands, or light free weight. Aligning these training periods with standard school terms or sports seasons is a highly effective way to keep motivation high and prevent mental burnout or scheduling fatigue, like we talked about.
Very similar to just general recommendations.
Yeah, it
Not
is.
really out of, I mean, this was tailored towards children
Mm-hmm.
and adolescents, but
Not too different,
not too different. And it seems like it could work for everybody.
for sure.
And if you are new and if you are just starting to work out,
Mm-hmm.
really pay attention to Brian Johnson's 5 pillars of longevity and
100%.
start there.
Yeah.
because that's the minimum dosage possible to reap all the benefits
Hmm.
of longevity. Now, I would say if you can't hit that yet, just getting started and make that your goal to hit all those markers over the course of 5 years.
Right.
It's a slow process, but that's kind of like the fun of it is it takes a while. I think we need to really shift our mindset away from like immediate feedback and understand like it's a journey
Hmm.
and a lot of things are like just be patient.
Yeah.
Understand, like be in the process, enjoy it, find life through the process, and then you start to really enjoy the little things, and then you can keep moving, and then that becomes a staple in your life, and it's pretty much like automatic at that point. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how you work through that. Understand the beginning phase will be tough until you see the first positive reinforcement. Then you can keep moving, and then it'll change your life. But you just have to get started.
Yeah.
It will change your life. Everyone tells you it will change your life. It will change your life. And then like one day you'll have a realization and you'll say, "Man, this thing that I've always in my head tried to figure out, the answer is right in front of your face." And how many times does that happen in anything in life? It's like the answer
All the
is right
time.
there, but for some reason you've always been trying to find out other things to
Hmm.
like fit the puzzle. But it's like, no, it's that simple, guys.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Just get started and do it, and you'll see what happens. It's
And
that simple.
that's the thing too. Like, it's hard to see it, like, because it does seem like it's so far away. But realize, like, when you do accomplish, or when you get to a point where you saw that you've improved, I mean, that feeling of like accomplishment is like almost unmatched
That's
compared
true.
to that feeling, that quick feeling of whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
And also, it's never been easier if you're trying to lose weight, like
oh,
GLP-1s. Just make sure you're strength training.
this is true.
Like, seriously, you're going to lose all your muscle, and then you're like on the opposite end of longevity because you need muscle. At the very core, you need muscle to balance. And if you can't
Hmm.
balance, you fall and break a hip and you have nothing protecting you. It's just it's a bad, it just keeps happening and it's worse
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah. And
Um,
that extra muscle is also going to just help you keep that weight off too, right? Because you are burning
Yeah,
more calories.
exactly. And then you can eat a little bit more calories and enjoy life. If you have no muscle, like you almost can eat nothing. Like
Mm.
there's people that probably have to eat 1,500 calories a day to maintain a normal weight because they don't move. Like imagine like sometimes you have an office job. You don't
Hmm.
have much muscle, you're not working out. Dude,
Yeah.
and then you're eating a normal diet, like 3,000 calories like just for fun. Dude, there's no way you can keep weight off.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
yeah, that makes
impossible.
sense. There's no way.
But yeah, to your point of like the sense of accomplishment, then that will lead into more confidence into everything in life and it'll just
Exactly.
start building up. And then a better health creates better humans. Better humans create a better society
Yes, sir.
over and over and over and over. It's true.
Hmm. 100%. But thank you guys for watching this far if you made it this far. Um, again, we're dropping every Monday now. Um, I think so far I've liked the setup a lot better.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys do too. And yeah, again, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks guys.
Peace.
Peace.